Hey, how's it going? This is Will with Geek Revolution Radio here to do another review for you. I had a chance to watch NBC's The Show You, Me, and the Apocalypse last week, and despite my, growing concerns with the show, I have to say I was pretty pleased with the pilot.
My fellow Americans, 3 days ago, we detected a large comet on a collision course with Earth. This will be an extinction-level event.
Oh, God. Please don't take the Lord's name in vain, sweet pea.
I think most of my big concerns for the show is the fact that, NBC wasn't doing a lot of promoting for the show, and what they were promoting, we really didn't see a whole lot. It isn't always an indicator of potential failure, but to me, I take it as a sign as things are, bad on the horizon when the network doesn't even seem sold on their very own show. So, that was one major concern of mine. I think another one was the fact that NBC, I felt like this might be NBC's attempt at competing with Fox's hit Last Man on Earth, which is a great show. If you haven't already watched it, I recommend going out and checking it out. I think this kind of competition is a common thread with television, and we see it a lot in films as well. Competing with the same thing, the same story. If something's popular, another network tries to go and do it the same. The show is centered around three different stories going on at the same time as the world is about to be destroyed by a catastrophic comet. The show posts a few unknown names in their cast. One of them is Matthew Bainton. He takes the lead role as a very bland bank manager, dealing with the disappearance of his wife 7 years before. He really doesn't have a whole lot of roles under his belt. I would say more or less here in the States. Back in Great Britain, he's been in a number of things, but he's one of these kind of Britain turned American popularity actors who you're seeing that a lot more with film. And it's starting to happen in television. The show does have some notable names. The Office's actress Jenna Fisher, who I really loved in that show, she plays a woman sent to prison for a crime she doesn't commit, and you're seeing different characters develop as the show goes on. That's mostly what this episode is about. Rob Lowe plays a crude and somewhat doubting priest with an impossible job of seeking out false prophets and trying to and kind of weeding out the signs that are looming, as this disaster is looming. The pilot wasn't really that bad. It was kind of cut and dry introduction of the characters and the story. It starts a month before the comet is expected to strike the Earth. There isn't a whole lot of depth in the introduction. We basically get kind of where the characters are, what's going on, and you're getting a little bit of intrigue in what you're seeing, but it's nothing to bite your teeth into. The feel of the show is what I think I like most about it. Although the build-up is a bit slow, introducing us to all the characters, the tone and style of the show is very clean and enticing. I worried that this show was going to be a little bit cheesy and a little bit campy, but that wasn't the case. You, Me, and the Apocalypse, it really isn't that cheesy. It's not really that bad. I can't say for certain if this is a meager attempt to be the Last Man on Earth, but I do feel that this apocalyptic show can stand on its own. I generally like to give a show 4 or 5 episodes before I give it a seal of approval, but the way that small shows like this go, it's got 10 episodes docked for the year. Some of these shows teeter on the edge of disappearance before we even knew what it could be. So I would say go check it out. It might be worth a watch. At least watch the pilot. Do what I did. Watch the pilot. If you don't like it, don't watch. But I think this show has a lot of potential. So this has been my television show review of You, Me, and the Apocalypse. Be sure to check it out. You can follow more about us at Geek Revolution Radio at geekrevolutionradio.com. So yeah, thanks for watching.